Alright guys, I just want to tell you some stuff I saw today and heard about. I was out walking and just taking a dog for a walk, and this guy in this one truck, he had a snow blower in the back of his truck. You see, I live in Michigan. We had a lot of snow recently, and most people know how Michigan is doing with jobs. Pretty bad. That's what I get out of it. And but anyway, to make this quick, I was just walking the dog, and the guy goes. He asked me if my driveway. He wanted if I needed my driveway done, and I was like a half an hour away from where I was at. And I've already done it. So anyway, he went on, and he was apparently going to people's doors, just driving around. It's smart, this guy's, he's thinking, and stuff like that. He's hoping to get some work. And anyway, I saw this girl in front of her house when I was walking back, and talked to her for a little bit, and informed, and I actually ended up informing her a little bit about Gerald Celente and Bob Chapman. I don't know if she remembered what I said, but I think she remembered Celente. So she's going to I think she was going to check on YouTube or something like that, but she may not. But anyway, I ended up saying that. She was interested enough, I figured. But anyway, I said to her like that the guy, what happened? I'm tired, sorry, or something. But anyway, the guy was up. The guy was actually, he had drove down that street where I was walking. You see where she was at, and I said to her, yeah, that guy up there, he's looking for he's been looking around for work and stuff like that. And she goes, yeah, yesterday when the snowstorm had happened, six people. She goes, six. She actually supposedly she actually answered the door or something like that. People came to her door 6 times. People were carrying around shovels. A van had pulled in front of her house, and I guess people piled out and stuff like that. And it's like, I mean, it's a way that makes some, potentially some decent money if you're willing to do it, and there's a lot of people willing to pay you. But these days, people are just going to do their own. A lot of people are going to do their own. The best thing to do, the best thing to do if you can is get a list, build some customers up, and make a list, and then you'll have some people you know to go to. But the thing of it is that what I'm thinking might be happening is that more and more people are being willing or whatever to do the services and do certain jobs that they might have not done before because they had other work. And the thing of it is that there's only so many people that are going to want their driveways cleaned, in relation to a year ago, or in relation to 10 years ago. Michigan's been going downhill for at least 9 or 10 years now. It's bad in many ways. But anyway, it's not like there's going to be a lot more people looking to get their driveways done. Yeah, for those who want it done, they're going to have a lot of. It sounds like all they got to do is leave the driveway not shoveled and just wait for the doorbell to ring. But still, there's just not going to be that many people, I think, that are going to be that much of an increase that are going to have their driveways done. So what I'm saying is that the things that people are thinking about doing, there's probably going to be more people thinking about doing those things, and there's going to be only so much work to be done. So it's just one of those things. It's just crazy. So people are going to be because of this, they're going to be buying less stuff, obviously, and they already have, and that means, and as you know, Michigan and other states such as California, where a lot of better paying jobs were, and a lot of them still are there. Not everyone's lost their jobs. It's just that a lot of people have, and what's happened is that a lot of the things they have been purchasing that are produced by other states, such as cell phone services and stuff like that, and other types of things, these people are not buying them anymore, so this is affecting other states. So for those who think, oh, screw Michigan, for example, because of their the automotive industry, screw them, it affects other states too, because we don't purchase products from the other states. And some people say, well, I don't care, I'll buy a Honda or a Toyota. They've been making crap or whatever it is up in Michigan, whatever people might say. And besides, the Toyota plant is let's say someone who's living in Illinois says, hell, I got a Toyota plant right here making cars in Illinois. So why do I want to buy a vehicle from Michigan if I got a plant making jobs in my area? A foreign car company has a plant in my state, like Illinois. It makes sense. It makes sense to me. My viewpoint of it is that I think most everything's crooked. So just if you buy a car, just check you open the door and see where it says. It should say made in USA on it. A lot of Hondas are made in the United States. Toyotas are made in the United States. A lot of them. Volkswagen, I think, a lot of them are made in the United States. Not all Chrysler, GM, nor Ford are made in the United States. Just open the door, read it, and that should tell you whether or not should give you an indication about where it's made, and if you really care, to check it. And I will tell you this, is that if one has the attitude that, hey, it doesn't affect me because that area over there is where this stuff is made, I'm going to just buy what the hell I want. Well, the problem is that area over there who made those products is not going to be buying the products that your area might make if you sell those products to them. You see, and people say, well, some people might say, I live in Nebraska, where a lot of or some place where a lot of fruits and vegetables are grown, or grains, and the people might say, well, they're going to have to eat, so they're going to have to buy my stuff. No, they don't have to. They'll grow it themselves. A lot more gardens are popping up and stuff like that, so they're not going to buy your farm goods. So you have to consider about this kind of stuff. The United States is a separate country, despite what Clinton and these other scumbags have done and said. When I say, I know Clinton signed NAFTA. His wife I don't trust at all, and these people. So it's just like, it's a mess, guys. You gotta prepare for. It's the old system of be the last on the list to be affected. Therefore, hopefully, it never reaches you. And when it starts being a problem for your neighbor, or like the first, let me phrase this: when it starts being a problem for the first people on the list, start doing something about it. That way, it'll hopefully never get to you. When I say the list, I mean, let's say you have 10 fingers, and this one over here, this one down here is like where you're at, and you got everything straightened out. You got all your bills paid off and everything, and you got savings and all this kind of stuff. And the first person on the list, let's say he's over here, right? He's not living in an apartment. He's got a job which isn't very stable. He doesn't have any savings, And gradually, as it gets more and more towards you, it becomes more and more secure. You see, that's what I mean. The last one on the list, the list of people who are, list of people who can be affected. Just try to bring things up. So you're the last one on the list, and when it starts to harm the guy on when it starts to harm the guy who's on the first on the list, do something about it. That way, hopefully, actually, don't even wait till then. Don't even let it possibly harm the guy who's on the first on the list. Therefore, it should never be able to reach you. But that's not how it's done in America these days. People wait and don't do anything, and then they're wondering why they lose their pension and they lose their teaching job and whatever else. Have a good one. Bye.